One of Houston's newest restaurants is creative, delicious, and beautiful. They remodeled the old Gorman's Cleaners off I-10 and Memorial. The Cleaners opened in the 1930s, but the plant closed a few years ago. It's now home to Latuli. Now, with that name, some people think it's an Italian restaurant. Chef Brian Caswell joins us to share the menu and what's behind the name. By the way, it's not all Italian, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, so where did Latuli come from?
Latuli, Allison Knight, the owner. Her three children's names are Lawson, Tucker, and Lily, so it's kind of an amalgamation of her three children.
Yeah, so there you go to my friends who are going, no, Latuli's Italian. I think it's Italian. So yeah.
Well, we do a lot of Italian.
Yeah, you do a lot of everything, actually. Let's go into your personal background. You grew up on the Gulf Coast, so fresh food and fishing was always something important in your life.
Absolutely. I was a fisherman and a fish butcher and a lover of fish long before I ever cooked anything.
And there's a picture right there. Tell us about that picture.
Oh, that's actually, that's Allison's, he was my best friend in high school, Tucker Knight. That's on the coast outside of Port O'Connor in the surf. Pretty dangerous area back in those days. I mean, I don't know where you got that photo. Look how thin I look. I look good.
Yeah, we don't trust a skinny chef.
Oh my God, that
and you look fine. Yeah.
Yeah, in that boat, man, that's one of my favorite boats. I was an 18-foot Boston whaler. Yeah, that's on the backside of Matagorda Island, Greens Cut.
Oh my gosh! Okay, well, you love fishing, you love fresh food, you love hospitality as part of parties and things like that. You would throw them for family and friends. So all of that makes sense when it comes to what you do. What made you decide to become a chef?
You know, for me, it was kind of what happened on my way to doing something else. I had 5 years of college, but then I had only 2 years of credit. But I had 5 years of restaurant experience, and I loved it. That's all I really wanted to do. So I hauled off, went to culinary school, and then 10 years later, I was in Hong Kong, Bangkok, Barcelona, Bahamas, Vegas for a little while, Manhattan for 3 years, and then came back to Houston.
What you said there was a lot, because there's such a big conversation today about kids going to university and college. Okay, that's great, but go there with a purpose and a plan, not just to say I went and got a degree, but what is it you really want to do? And when you go to like the Culinary Institute of America is where you went, when you go there, you learn to put hands on what it is that you really want to do.
I mean, actually, it's a trade school.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And people don't see it that way, but it actually is. And I mean, not everybody's meant to do the 4-year college thing, and I definitely wasn't. I fought it pretty hard, but the culinary thing was just something that came naturally to me, and I loved it. I immediately absorbed it all and just.
But there was a time where we thought, is that a real job?
Right.
Yes, being a chef is more than a real job.
Well, it's
a lot of a
hard
job. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
A hard job.
You appeared on the Next Iron Chef and on the Food Network,
That's
which I think Food Network is one of the things that helped a lot of people to really understand what all of this is around food. There is so much that you can do in food. Oh, there, look at you, looking fierce right there.
How serious I look.
But as you talked about it being a hard job, and it's not just about I'm just going to go in one day and cook my favorite things. You're managing a kitchen, you're managing employees, you're running everything.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, there's all kinds of things going on. Power goes out, floods. People are upset about one thing or another, or they're happy about one thing or another. I mean, you're managing all kinds of things. And then you have everything from a dishwasher to a millionaire at the table and everything in between. So there's a lot of personalities, and that's what I love most about it.
Yeah, and your personality shows up in this food. Okay, I got to ask you about this one right over here. So you said, as you said, there's some Italian things on the menu.
Right. So there's a section of the menu we call Roman Holiday. I started cooking Italian food when I was very young. Damien's was my first job in Houston long time ago. We make all of our own fresh pastas. We have an extruder. This is Orchietti with a house Italian sausage and broccolini.
Now, I did not see this on your menu. This is so good.
Yeah, it's very simple, right? But I mean, it all comes down to really good ingredients and just perfection in the way the technique is when you pick it up.
And then we know in this part of the neck of the woods we do a gumbo, but it's a different gumbo.
Well, I'm from Lafayette originally. I was born in Lafayette, and so for me, gumbo means a certain thing. And gumbo for me falls through the rice. It doesn't sit on top of the rice, right? So it's thin. The roux is as dark as you could possibly make it before you burn it, almost like the bottom of your shoe.
Right.
So I mean, it's in other people it means different things. I mean, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's wrong for me.
Yeah. No, that's very good and very flavorful. All right, I'm gonna walk on over to. Let me go way over here.
Yeah, this is definitely one of our bigger dishes, and people love this. This is Wagyu barbacoa with a sunchoke puree and a pear salad. So it's very, very Texan, but also French in technique as well. There's a lot of different things going on in there.
Yeah, and you say different. That's true, because I expected it to taste like what a normal some kind of savory rub on that.
Right.
But it has just a touch of sweetness to it.
Right. Well, I mean, the sunchoke puree. I mean, it's something that people don't really use very often, but it's one of the easiest things to grow in your garden in Houston. It's basically a sunflower. It's the root from the sunflower.
Yeah. Of course, you got your fresh seafood, so there's oysters right there, and then pop back on over to here.
This is one of our biggest movers. This is just tomato tomato salad summer on a plate, right? So Russian dressing, basil oil, marinated tomatoes, and crispy onions on top with a little burrata cheese.
And this right here.
This is a fantastic chicken, Greener Pastures chicken. This is
what I had.
It's an Aggie chicken, right?
Oh,
This is
it's Aggie
Von,
chicken.
Von Miller.
You said Aggie chicken. I ordered that.
There you go.
Stop it over there. Stop it over there.
So Von Miller, he was a poultry science major when he was at Texas A&M, as well as being one of the greatest linebackers of all time. And he started this company, and that is a never hits a hormone, never gets an antibiotic. It forages for its own meal. It really tastes like chicken's supposed to taste.
Yeah.
Like it tasted when our parents ate chicken.
Well, it was interesting because when we had it, the first thing everybody did was, oh my gosh, taste this chicken. Why does this chicken taste so different? It's because it tastes like your real chicken.
So my main goal with that chicken is not to mess it up, right? Because it's already a beautiful piece of product.
Yeah, you know what makes it even prettier though? I love this burnt orange sauce right here.
Oh yeah. That's just a simple pan jus.
Yeah, I love how the Aggie chicken is sitting in a burnt orange sauce. Oh, the sauce is good. Oh, that sauce is good. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, and then of course desserts.
Right. This is our Mignonese platter. Maria is my pastry chef. She's been with me 30 years, and she does a fantastic job. We have two different types of truffles. We have a bourbon and a peanut butter. This is a chocolate praline. We've got some macaroons, lemon and pistachio, and some madeleines, lemon madeleines.
Lots of great stuff. All right, the design of the place, that's the other thing. All of us, when we walked in, we said, this is my next house.
Yeah,
right?
it's very comfortable. People like to sit and hang out. It's beautiful. Alfredo Paredes did the design. He was the, I guess, the senior design guy at Ralph Lauren for maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. He did the Polo Bar in Manhattan. He did a very, very good job.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. And you have, of course, a beautiful bar, but you also have some private rooms that people can do events in.
Right, bars, adults only.
Yeah.
My son doesn't like that when he works at the restaurant.
Well, by the way, he's here. Bring him on in here. Because y'all on opening night and stuff, wow, he was so cute. So Tucker, which is Alice and Sons, right? Yeah, so he came over and cleared our tables and told us about the dishes and stuff. And you walked up and said, would you like to see a magic trick? And we were all just pulling money out of our purses going, look, tipping them and tipping them. What is it you like about being in the restaurant? And what have you learned about working?
I've learned about a lot about working as a team with everyone. And then I think you asked me what's my favorite dish.
Yeah.
My favorite dish is probably the truffle pasta.
Yeah.
We don't have it on the menu right now?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know why.
It's
why?
the next menu.
Yeah. But and also, what's it like to, oftentimes kids, their parents, they know they go off someplace every day and bring home some money at some point and go work, to actually see what your dad does.
How do I explain?
Yeah. But he works hard, right? Yeah, and you appreciate that.
Get there early in the morning and everything.
Yeah. Do you think you want to go into the business one day?
I don't really know.
Yeah. Well,
it's a maybe.
Yeah, but you got time. Yeah, how old are you?
10.
Yeah, 10.
I'm turning 11.
Yeah. He goes, but I'm turning 11. I'm 10 and a half, right?
I'm basically 11.
Yeah. But you got some time there. But it was so cool to see the kids in there to get an idea. I think every kid needs to get an idea of what their parents really do when they go work.
I'm very fortunate to be able to have them in there with me.
Yeah. Sure. All right. What would you say to somebody who is right at the corner of trying to decide, do I go off to the four-year college, but I really love doing food, or really love, what would you say to them?
I'll get a job in the kitchen, see if it suits you. Before you go and spend a bunch of money on culinary school, go work in the kitchen. Find a great, it's better to be a potato peeler in a great restaurant than a sous chef in a mediocre one, right? So go and see if you like it, see if it's something you can handle.
And I'm gonna tell you, every single chef I know has worked almost every job in the kitchen because they appreciate it. They also know what it takes. Sometimes you're the ones hiring people. You got to know who you need behind every job because every single one of them is important.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. You got some magic tricks? No. All right. To learn more about Latuli, visit greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you.